Have you ever felt invisible? Not because no one's looking at you, but because you're afraid they might. This is the story of a young man named Elior, whose world was built on silence, shame, and shadows. A man so paralyzed by doubt that even his voice felt like a betrayal. But what if I told you his greatest failure became his greatest turning point? Elior was born into a small, bustling family business, a market stall passed down through generations. His father, proud and commanding. Elior, shy, unsure, and always second-guessing himself. Each customer felt like a mountain, each transaction a battlefield. He stuttered, fumbled, apologized more than he sold. One day, a single mistake cost them everything, a miscalculation. The profit vanished. His father's anger erupted. "You're not made for this world," he said. "You'll never survive out there." That sentence didn't just echo, it buried itself in Elior's chest. He started believing it. Days turned to weeks, and with every failed attempt to redeem himself, the walls closed in. One night, standing at the edge of a bridge, Elior decided maybe the world would be better without him. But before he could take a step, he heard a voice. "You don't belong there," said a stranger, a boy, no older than him, calm, strong. "I once stood where you are." His name was Darian, a disciple of an old traveler, a saint known only as Solon. Darian didn't preach, he didn't pity. He simply said, "Come with me, there's a different way." Solon was no ordinary man. He lived far from the city in a humble temple surrounded by books and silence. He looked at Elior not with judgment, but with knowing. "You want to feel alive?" Solon asked. "Then stop hiding. Build something. Fail at something. Speak to someone. Teach something." He handed Elior an odd task. "Build a lift." "A lift?" "Yes, not for things, for people. Every part must be built by you, but you must ask for help. That's your real challenge." At first, Elior was terrified, talking to strangers, asking for advice, for tools, for labor. But slowly, something began to shift. The blacksmith gave him metal rods. A mechanic lent him gears. Children watched him work, offered ideas. He smiled, for the first time in months. Each interaction stripped away a layer of fear. Each mistake became a lesson, not a punishment. The lift began to take shape. So did Elior. One day, Solon stood beside the finished platform. "You see now," he said, "confidence is not given. It's earned through discomfort, through effort, through courage. You didn't just build a lift, you built yourself." Elior bowed his head, eyes wet, not with sorrow, but with gratitude. He finally understood. The fear never truly leaves, but neither does the strength he'd discovered. Years later, Elior returned home, not as a trembling boy, but as a man of purpose. He reopened the family business, but this time he didn't hide in the back. He greeted strangers, he trained apprentices, he smiled at his father. And one evening he placed a hand on the old man's shoulder and simply said, "I forgive you." Not because the past didn't matter, but because the future mattered more. Today, Elior stands on stages, in classrooms, in hearts. He teaches others what he learned. Life is not about never falling. It's about rising again and again. Fear is natural, but it's also a compass, pointing to where we need to grow. Talking to strangers, helping others, making mistakes. These are tools for confidence, not threats. So, if you ever doubt yourself, remember Elior. Remember that confidence is built, not born. And if this story moved you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe for more stories that lift you up. Because your next chapter could begin today.